Imagine you've uncovered the secret to immortality, a power passed from father to son through the ages. To safeguard it, you've hidden fragments of the formula beneath Machu Picchu's misty terraces. Deep inside Petra's rose-red treasury, within the silent chambers of the Great Pyramid, atop Cappadocia's sunrise-lit fairy chimneys, and in the thunderous spray of Victoria Falls. Each site holds a vital clue, waiting for the next daring heir to piece them together. In this video, we'll reveal the first hints and guide you on a thrilling quest through these legendary wonders. If you're ready to chase eternal secrets and explore ancient mysteries, hit like, share, and subscribe in. Stay tuned for more amazing adventures in our upcoming videos. Victoria Falls. Have you ever stood before a curtain of water so vast, it seems to split the earth in two? This is Victoria Falls, or as the locals call it, Mosioa Tunya, the smoke that thunders. Here, the Zambezi River plunges over 100 meters, creating a roar that can be heard from miles away. The mist rises like smoke, painting rainbows in the sky and drenching the surrounding rainforest. But beyond its natural grandeur lies a tapestry of legends and beliefs that breathe life into the falls. Among the most revered is the tale of Nyami Nyami, the river god of the Tonga people. Described as a serpent with the head of a fish, Nyami Nyami is believed to dwell in the depths of the Zambezi. He is the protector and provider, ensuring the well-being of those who live along the riverbanks. In the 1950s, the construction of the Kariba Dam disrupted this harmony, separating Nyami from his wife. The Tonga people warned that this separation would bring misfortune. Soon after, unprecedented floods destroyed parts of the dam and claimed lives, events attributed to Nyami. Even today, tremors in the region are seen as his attempts to reunite with his beloved. Visitors often wear pendants depicting Nyami, seeking his protection and favor. Local artisans craft these symbols from wood, bone, and stone, each telling a story of reverence and respect. Beyond the myths, the area is rich in cultural traditions. Villages near the falls like Mukuni offer glimpses into the lives of the Le'a people. Traditional dances, such as the amakwezi, showcase vibrant attire and rhythmic movements. These performances are not mere entertainment, but expressions of history, identity, and connection to the land. Music, too, plays a vital role, with instruments like the mbira echoing the sounds of nature. The beats mimic the cascading waters, the rustling leaves, and the heartbeat of the earth. Local markets brim with handcrafted goods, from woven baskets to intricate carvings. Each item carries the essence of the community, a piece of their soul offered to the world. Guides share stories passed down through generations, tales that intertwine fact and folklore. One such story speaks of a hidden cave behind the falls, a place where spirits dwell and secrets are kept. Another tells of a rainbow that, when touched, grants visions of the future. These narratives enrich the experience, adding depth to the visual spectacle. The falls themselves are ever-changing, their appearance shifting with the seasons. During the rainy season, the volume swells and the mist can be seen from over 50 kilometers away. In the dry months, the flow lessens, revealing rock formations and inviting closer exploration. Adventurous souls can swim in the Devil's Pool, a natural infinity pool at the edge of the precipice. Here, with the abyss just inches away, thrill-seekers find exhilaration and awe. Yet, amidst the excitement, a sense of reverence persists. The power of the falls commands respect, reminding all of nature's might and majesty. Birds soar through the mist, their calls blending with the thunderous roar. Rainbows arc across the chasm, symbols of hope and harmony. The surrounding rainforest thrives, nourished by the perpetual spray. Unique flora and fauna find sanctuary here, adding to the area's ecological significance. Photographers capture moments of sublime beauty, each frame a testament to the fall's allure. And as night falls, the stars emerge, casting a serene glow over the land. Couples find romance in the setting sun, its golden hues reflecting off the water. Children laugh as they feel the cool mist, their joy echoing across the gorge. Cappadocia. Upon lifting off at dawn, the gentle roar of the burner mingles with the valley's early hush, sending shivers of anticipation through every passenger. Below, a sea of mushroom-shaped fairy chimneys stretches as far as the eye can see, each cone a testament to volcanic ash and erosion over millions of years. The cool morning wind caresses your face as the sun's first rays gild the soft tuff in shades of gold, rose, and amber. Floating almost silently, you drift through a dreamscape where rock meets sky, and every contour feels alive. Other balloons dot the horizon like bright petals, their baskets bobbing gently in the vast open air. From 600 to 1,200 meters up, You see villages clinging to cliffs, their cave homes carved by ancestors seeking refuge from invaders. The pilot adjusts the flame, and you rise further, crossing from valleys into the soft morning mist that drapes the land like silk. As the sun climbs, thermal currents carry you over rounded domes and hidden canyons, each turn revealing a new marvel. Legend says the fairy chimneys were once inhabited by periwinked spirits who danced atop the rocks at moonlight. The Love Valley formations, with their striking shapes, are whispered to be the petrified tears of a lovesick giant. Guides speak of a secret canyon visible only at dawn, where chimneys form perfect circles, the ancient gathering place of shamanic elders. Beneath the surface lies Derinkuyu and Keimakli, subterranean cities stretching dozens of levels down, built for survival in turbulent times. Some say you can still hear the muffled footsteps of fugitives and monks who hid here from persecution. The Seven Sleepers Cave, just beyond a hidden trail, is said to preserve the young men who slumbered for centuries to escape religious strife. Locals believe the wind channels voices from those ancient chambers, carrying echoes of prayers and secrets. Cappadocia's landscape began with volcanic eruptions 10–15 million years ago, laying down thick, tough deposits. A cap of harder basalt protected some areas, leaving behind the iconic fairy chimney silhouettes as the softer rock eroded. Millennia of wind and seasonal floods carved valleys like Red, Rose, and Pigeon, each named for its distinct hue. In Love Valley, the phallic spires rise from a riverbed, glowing pink at sunrise and evoking both humor and wonder. Zelv Open Air Museum reveals a trove of dwellings, chapels, and stables hollowed into the rock, testifying to continuous human adaptation. The interplay of light, shadow, and color shifts by the hour, making each flight a once-in-a-lifetime spectacle. As the sun climbs higher, the valleys warm, revealing carved frescoes inside hidden churches that once rang with Byzantine liturgy. In Gourmet Open Air Museum, cluster upon cluster of rock-hewn sanctuaries and chapels unveil millennia-old paintings of saints and angels. The midday glow accentuates every carving horseshoes, crosses, and geometric motifs that mark sacred devotion. A narrow trail leads to the Snake Church, where you can still make out the fresco of Saint Onufrius and his serpentine companion. Nearby, the dark church hides vibrant frescoes whose colors survive thanks to limited light exposure. Beneath your feet, hidden cisterns collected rainwater, sustaining life through drought and siege. The Valley of Monks, Passabag, showcases mushroom-topped chimneys where hermits once carved cells for solitary prayer. Villages like Avanos sit along the Kızılırmak River, where potters spin red clay into bowls and vases using centuries-old techniques. You can dip your hands in the clay and feel the same earth that formed Cappadocia's rock pillars. Wine producers on terraced slopes credit the region's mineral-rich soil and sun-baked days for Cappadocian crisp whites and robust reds. In small markets, vendors sell woven rugs and hand-carved souvenir knot and chip, telling a story of local heritage. Traditional dances, like the whirling dervishes, evoke spiritual devotion, their skirts swirling like desert sands. Folk songs accompanied by the saz lute drift through tea gardens, blending Arabic, Turkish, and Greek melodies. As you descend, the hush returns, broken only by the soft landing of the balloon basket on sun-warmed earth. You step down into a world that feels both ancient and alive, where every rock seems to pulse with memory. Over breakfast in a cave-converted hotel, you share photos and gasp as the balloon floats again against the sunrise. Later, you hike to Uchizar Castle, climbing to its summit to watch balloons rise like a flock of luminous birds. In that moment, you realize Cappadocia is more than a destination, it's a dialogue between earth, sky, and the human spirit. And long after you've left, the wind-carved valleys and sun-kissed chimneys will whisper their stories whenever you close your eyes. Mount Everest. Imagine standing at base camp, surrounded by a sea of brightly colored tents, the mighty Everest towering above at 8,848 meters. Your ultimate test awaits. From the Khumbu Icefall's shifting blocks of blue ice to the yawning crevasses beyond, every step on the mountain feels like a leap into the unknown. The air grows thin as you climb through the treacherous death zone, where even the strongest lungs gasp for each precious breath. In 1953, Sir Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay made history as the first humans to stand atop Everest summit, their names forever etched in mountaineering lore. Since then, over 6,000 climbers have reached the top, but it remains a summit that humbles even the most seasoned alpinists. The youngest summiteer to date is Jordan Romero, who at just 13 pointed his ice axe skyward in 2010. At the opposite extreme, 80-year-old Yuichiro Miura of Japan became the oldest person to reach the top in 2013, his heart as strong as his will. Sherpa climbers like Appa Sherpa in Kamirita boast more summits than most can count over 25 times, each guided by an unwavering bond with this mountain. Each spring, the mountain parade of colorful balloons on summit day signals hope, perseverance, and sometimes heartbreak. The Hillary Step, a near-vertical rock face just below the summit, was once the mountain's most iconic challenge until a 2015 earthquake reshaped it forever. Above 8,000 meters, the sun's glare off the snow can blind you, and sudden storms can trap you in a frozen cage. Avalanches roar down the slopes, reminding climbers that Everest is a living, breathing force of nature. In 1996, a notorious storm claimed 8 lives in a single day, immortalized in John Krakauer's harrowing account. Bodies of fallen climbers still line the route, silent sentinels known by names like Green Boots and Sleeping Beauty. At the South Col, climbers set up high camps and attach prayer flags, sending prayers skyward with every flutter in the wind. The summit dawn is legendary, The sun peeks over Tibet's peaks, bathing the world in rose gold light as you stand on top of the planet. In 2006, Eric Weihenmayer became the first blind climber to reach the summit, guided by his team and sheer determination. South African Sibusiso Villan was the first Black African to stand atop Everest in 2003, inspiring an entire continent. In 2007, Mark Inglis, a double amputee, planted his prosthetic legs on the summit after a grueling ascent. Some climbers choose to go without supplemental oxygen, an extreme test of human physiology that only a fearless few attempt. Doctors warn that prolonged exposure above 8,000 meters can cause pulmonary and cerebral edema, invisible killers in the cold. Yet every year, hundreds queue along the death ridge, waiting for a narrow weather window to claim their place in history. Base camp is like a small village at 5,300 meters, where climbers swap stories, mend gear, and share moments of triumph and despair. Radio chatter crackles with weather reports, route updates, and sometimes pleas for rescue from trapped climbers. The Khumbu Icefall Dr. Sexpert rope, fixers risk their lives each season to keep the route open. Below, the Sherpa community in Namche Bazaar bustles with markets, tea houses, and climbers preparing for their journey. Each spring, hundreds of kilograms of trash and discarded oxygen bottles are carried down, part of ongoing cleanup efforts. The mountain's shadow stretches across Tibet's Rongbuk Glacier, where Chinese expeditions take a different route to the summit. Guinness World Records credits Everest for hosting the highest wedding, highest marathon, and even highest yoga class. In 2019, Kami Rita Sherpa set a new record with his 24th Everest summit, a feat some call the Everest Marathon Club. Climbers speak of a spiritual presence atop the world, a hush so profound it feels like stepping into another realm. As you descend, every step off the summit feels bittersweet victory tempered by the mountain's unforgiving nature. Back at base camp, hugs are exchanged and tears fall freely, each climber forever changed by the mountain's majesty. Everest demands respect, humility, and unyielding spirit. It gives back only to those willing to listen to its ancient call. Abu Simbel. Each year, approximately 200,000 visitors journey to Abu Simbel to marvel at its twin rock-cut temples, carved under Pharaoh Ramses II more than 3,200 years ago. Imagine standing before a towering red sandstone cliff, carved into four colossal figures. This is Abu Simbel, a temple complex carved under Ramses II around 1264 to 1244 BC. The Great Temple honors Amun-Re, Ra-Horakhti, Ptah, and the deified Ramses himself. Four seated statues of Ramses, each over 20 meters tall, guard the entrance like ancient sentinels. Next to it, the smaller temple celebrates Queen Nefertari and the goddess Hathor with twin statues. Imagine the hands of hundreds of artisans chiseling away at rock for 2 decades. Stones dusted the desert wind as each block found its perfect place. For over 3 millennia, Abu Simbel stood watch over the Nile's western bank. Generations worshipped here, offering prayers to gods and pharaohs alike. Imagine the sunlight piercing the temple's axis twice a year. On the 22nd of February and the 22nd of October, dawn illuminates the inner sanctuary statues. Amun-Re, Ra-Horakhti, and Ramses bask in that golden glow. Ptah remains in darkness, a sign of his underworld domain. Local pilgrims still speak of this festival, surprised by the precision of ancient astronomy. In the 19th century, explorers rediscovered these hidden marvels. A local boy's name, Abu Simbel, became the modern moniker of the site. Giovanni Belzoni and John Lewis Burckhardt each laid eyes on its grandeur after centuries of silence. Desert sands had covered much of the lower facade until the temple emerged again. Imagine stumbling into the cavernous halls, your torch revealing painted reliefs. Scenes of battle, gods, and rituals stared back in vivid detail. Legends say hidden chambers await beneath the temple floor. Some speak of secret caches filled with gold and sacred scrolls. Others whisper that moonlight unlocks a secret door once a year. These stories weave through local camps like desert smoke. In the 1960s, a new tale of rescue began. The rising waters of Lake Nasser threatened to drown this temple. UNESCO engineers cut Abu Simbel into over 1,000 pieces. They lifted it stone by stone, 65 meters higher on an artificial hill. Imagine the awe of watching a 21-meter statue moved intact. Reconstruction took 4 years, preserving every carving and cavity. The temple's spirit endured, undimmed by water or time. Today, visitors travel from all corners to hear its silent stories. Standing among the colossal columns, you can almost feel ancient drums echoing. The red sandstone glows in morning light, priceless and untouchable. On a moonlit night, you might hear whispers of priests chanting long gone. Its stones carry stories of gods, pharaohs, and our never-ending quest to remember. The Great Pyramid of Giza, Egypt. Did you know that for nearly 3,800 years, the Great Pyramid of Giza was the tallest man-made structure in the world? Imagine standing before its massive limestone blocks, each weighing the same as a car, stacked higher than a modern football stadium. Pharaoh Khufu commissioned this wonder around 2560 BCE, determined to build a tomb that would last for eternity. It took an estimated 20 years and the labor of tens of thousands of skilled workers to raise this giant monument. Contrary to myth, these builders were not slaves, but paid artisans living in nearby worker villages. You can almost hear the sound of copper chisels tapping against stone, echoes of craftsmen shaping history. The pyramid's base covers an area of 13 acres, and its original height reached 481 feet before centuries of erosion took their toll. Imagine the smooth white Tura limestone casing that once glistened like a jewel under the Egyptian sun. By day, the pyramid shimmered with brilliance. By night, it glowed like a ghostly beacon, visible from miles away. Each of its four sides faces true north, south, east, and west, with such precision that even modern GPS still marvels. Historians still debate how ancient engineers achieved this feat without modern tools or technology. Step inside the descending passage and feel the temperature drop as you walk into the heart of antiquity. Deeper yet, the Queen's Chamber sits mysteriously abandoned, its purpose still shrouded in rumor. Further up, the Grand Gallery's corbelled walls tower above you like the ribs of some ancient beast. At the summit of this gallery, you glimpse the king's chamber with its red granite sarcophagus, empty and echoing. Legend says the king's body was never found here, leading to endless speculation about secret burial sites. Some storytellers claim hidden chambers still lie undiscovered, their entrances sealed by time. In 2017, scientists using muon detectors uncovered a massive big void, that might be another corridor or chamber. Picture the surprise on researchers' faces when they realize the pyramid still whispers secrets. Beyond its stones, the pyramid carries stories of dreams and divine messages. Thutmose IV dreamt that the nearby Sphinx spoke to him and promised kingship if he cleared away the sand. His father's neglected tomb was restored, and he had his own dream stele carved for all time. On festival days, priests would lead processions around the pyramid's base, chanting hymns to the sun god Ra. Some say the pyramid itself was a map to the stars, aligning with Orion's belt to guide the pharaoh's soul. Others insist it encoded the dimensions of the Earth, a stone computer predicting celestial movements. Travelers like Herodotus recorded tales of 100,000 workers hauling stone, a story both astonishing and debated. Napoleon's engineers tried to measure its angles in 1798, but the monument simply dwarfed their instruments. Later, explorers blasted through passages, uncovering relieving chambers and graffiti left by ancient work crews. Today, 500,000 visitors each year trace the pyramid's shadow as it moves across the sands. Under a full moon, its silhouette stands like a sentinel against a star-studded sky. Imagine the desert breeze carrying whispers of pharaohs and priests to your ears. Picture the sand shifting at your feet, revealing a fallen limestone casing stone, an artifact of lost splendor. At sunrise, the east face glows pink and orange, a daily alchemy that never fails to astonish. And as you stand in its presence, you realize this is not just a tomb, but a monument to human ambition. The Great Pyramid of Giza remains a living story, etched in stone, forever inviting us to uncover its next secret.